Dude, I actually like this.
It's a pretty good knife, right?
I want to buy 6.
They're only $14, dudes.
Dude.
The Kershaw Shuffle 8700. This is a tabletop, not bunker review. TD is here. Say hello.
Look at this. I'm excited about this. This is rare.
That's a great little knife. It really is. The steel is 8CR13 MOV. It's super lightweight at I think around 2.6 ounces is all.
It is. It's a little chunky for how tiny it is.
Yeah, but there's a lot of little stubby knives that are popular that we like carrying.
Yeah.
Some Spydercos come to mind.
You can do a lot with this.
It's a cool little knife.
For $13.95, I tell you what.
I'll tell you what. Do we still need a cap lifter, though, these days?
Outside of Bolivia, not so much.
What would the Swedish chef say?
I do not know what you want to say about the bottle opener. It is not super useful.
Most bottles have twist-off caps.
Yeah.
If they are vending bottles at all.
That's what's... I mean, even places that still use glass receptacles like that, like, I don't even think they use them.
Yeah.
They usually have a thing built into the machine itself that you pop them right off.
Anywho, you do have a cap lifter on the Shuffle if you want it. You might find another use for it.
Yeah, if you time travel to 1955.
Is that a life preserver?
Yeah, is that you jump ship, boy?
You jump ship, boy. Black wash finish over the entire blade. Again, the steel 8CR13 MOV. Hollow ground. And I have said in past KRVs, it's a little bit played, the black wash finish that Kershaw does. Apparently other folks like it because they sure put it on a lot of blades.
Yeah, honestly, it's kind of turned me off to the Kershaw brand as of late.
Yeah, but you got to look past little quirks like that and look at the big picture of this knife right here.
No, I like everything else. That's why I'm excited about this, because it's the first time I've seen a Kershaw that I go, ooh, I want that. Because for a while it seems like they've been getting heavier and chunkier, and all their ads keep on...
Well, for years, like in the past, and I said this on some KRVs when you weren't here, they've just kind of repeated the same formula over and over again. This is different.
Well, and I
mean, it's not entirely innovative, but it's a little bit different. Are you saying?
I've been getting the impression just from the places that I see their ads and the tone of their advertising that they don't have as much interest in courting the knife market. I think they're trying to go wide and kind of like if you look
the Walmart crowd.
The Walmart crowd, the Cabela's
non-enthusiasts.
People, yeah, just general market because it's like marketed to mechanics, and I keep seeing these designs that feel heavier and chunkier, and I think that speaks to what non-knife people think is quality. You know, they tend to think weight is quality for a lot of those things.
I've been giving them some love lately. I'm seeing here in the bin if I have something handy. They have been doing a better job, I think. And I think this knife is proof of that. Again, just $14.
Yeah, I'm sure I'm being unfair to them.
You're always unfair.
Yeah.
Just kidding. So let's check the sharpness. I don't think it's phenomenal. Nah, it needs a probably a complete re-edge on the Edge Pro Apex. It's kind of a really steep relief edge on there. Hollow ground, but it's a good looking blade. It's serviceable. I have said that my preference is a longer EDC blade, and this is an auto. This is a Piranha Virus. And I'm not really comparing this against this knife. I mean, this is a more expensive auto knife, but the blade shape plays. So I like this blade shape. But this works, and I know a lot of TMPers love this blade shape right here.
Yeah.
That it has a belly. It can kind of do little roll cuts on it. And there you go. It's nice. How's the lockup on it? Pretty tight. Very tight. Remember, $14 knife. Standard pivot screw set on both sides, mini Torx, phosphor bronze bushing, so no cage ceramics here. Plastic, I think, FRN handles here. Notice it has a K logo in it. I really love the purple color on this one.
I really do too. I figured it would be special of some sort, but they actually have like lime green, kind of a...
They have a blue too, don't they?
Yeah, and sheesh, on Amazon, they're dirt cheap. Green, the high vis, $11.
Can you...
Right here.
I got a cut on my hand, so once again, I'm wearing gloves.
Look at that little screwdriver-y thing, though.
Yeah.
Isn't that a great size?
That is very cool.
That's durable enough, it's chunky enough that you can do some pretty tough screwdriving without bending it like some of the multi-tools you use.
I do have a little criticism on it because I'm a detail guy. If you look at the approach angle on that driver, on the Shuffle, it's pretty steep. Look at this.
Oh, it's way steep.
So I don't know if you could actually... I tried on a couple screws and it wouldn't slot in. It didn't work so great. But I like that they did it, and I would think of it probably more as a pry bar than I would as a screwdriver. By way of reference, here's my Cadet, and look at this. So if you compare them in profile view, ta-da, that's what I'm talking about. So they're calling it a screwdriver. It's kind of a pry bar.
It depends on what you use. I was thinking it like for a lot of the optic stuff we have, they have those giant chunky screws that whenever I've tried to use
huge
a Cadet
slots.
on it, it's
huge
just
slots.
ridiculously huge. For that stuff, I'm excited about this.
Good point.
For anything else, I'm sure it's a nightmare.
How do you like that pocket clip?
Isn't that great? Look at how deep it sits.
Blackened.
This one's wearing
Deep
up
carry.
already.
I've only carried a couple times, though. So many knives, so little time. Chinese-produced knife. In other KRVs, especially the Value Point KRVs, again, I'm saying, watch out for China. And I'm talking their own designs. And that's why this Kaiser Vanguard is sitting off in the background, along with apparently Dad's Javelin.
Yeah. Lots in common.
Did I ever tell you my brother used to start the Javelin up at night, by the way, and take it out when Dad was asleep and run from cops?
Yeah.
And do donuts in people's yards? That was my hooligan brother. Your uncle. It's pretty funny.
Dude.
So Todd, the TMPer, gave me this. Thanks, Todd. Pretty cool. It was before Dad ruined it with that ridiculous star-patterned, angel-winged, finned modification on the hood. So we're just going to pretend that never happened, and then we're going to remember the Javelin like this.
He did it up like it was a Lisa Frank Trapper Keeper in 3rd grade. Giant stars shooting across the hood.
I'm not going to say that the Javelin was an awesome car, but back in '74 it was something.
Cool looking for a bachelor eye. I'm just surprised that hard bastard did such a weird...
Did you just call your grandfather a hard bastard?
Yeah.
So that's actually a pretty good model. Who makes that, by the way?
Isn't that Johnny Lightning?
Johnny Lightning! Green light, it says. Who knows? It's probably made in the same factory this knife was made in.
Probably. So
they're like tooling up for the 8700, and then they got to spit out a few Javelins later in the afternoon. But my point is, they probably thought I forgot what I was saying. Watch out for these. So this is a $52 knife.
Yep.
The Kaiser Vanguard, the Kaiser Damen is also amazing. The Wee Savivi, that tan one right there. Grab that and just show that to them. That's what I'm talking about. So these are direct produced, direct marketed from China knives, and so this is what Kershaw's competing against. And honestly, Kershaw's the middleman.
Yep.
Because this is, what do you know? Made in China. You see it right there on the blade. And they're the middleman. So that's what's going on dynamically in the market. But in Kershaw's favor, this is only $14, so I don't really see a middleman markup on this at all. If this was like $50, we'd have an issue with this KRV. Yeah. We'd be like, what? 8CR13? And I actually like 8CR13. I think it's a great steel. I think that's VG10 on that one, isn't it? I may have engraved it.
So, yeah.
This is, again, an elegant blade. Although I think of this more as a tactical blade. A little bit large for my EDC. Back to that clip. It's total perfection. I find, by the way, the plastic scales give really good traction.
Yeah, that...
For what it is.
The cute K-grip, as they call it, is pretty nice.
K-grip.
K-grip.
There's no gimping here, though, dude.
No gimping.
Okay, so double thumb studs, no volcano issues. Lockup we already visited. Let's look at centering. Not great. Look at that. It's like totally rubbing the scale. Now, you could tweak it. And, have used it some, not a lot, some. So it's rubbing right there, and you can mess around with your pivot screw, but it's $14. And it doesn't, it doesn't prevent its closure. And this is a captured liner lock. The Shuffle, right? The 8700.
Yep. Shuffle right 8700.
And there's a timing on the lock bar if you can see it. I think we have one nested stainless steel liner in the opposite side of the lock bar. That's what's going on. Yeah. I'm trying to see if it's jimped in there. I'm sorry, skeletonized. I don't think it is. But who cares? It's so lightweight. It doesn't matter.
It might be.
I wouldn't think of this, by the way, as a glass breaker because the knife is too short.
Yeah.
It's a really tiny knife.
It would not be cozy.
Let me put up a flash one there and show them how it deploys and talk to its deployment for these guys. It says what? It's manual So it's
It
not like
says-
flying out there for you, it looks like, right?
Not so
Although
much.
you suck as a knife deployer.
According to Amazon, the classic way to open a knife, manual action knives, use a thumb hole, thumb stud, or built-in flipper to safely deploy the blade, holding the knife level at a 90-degree angle, quickly and smoothly
I'm
flick the
falling
wrist.
asleep.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, let me see. Well, I do have gloves on, but you do have to give it some wrist. It does not fly out. And so you could tweak it. It's not flying out. It's not. It's just ain't. Now, again, I haven't really played with a pivot.
Yeah,
point.
and if we were
So-
to adjust it, it might get a little bit better.
exactly. But it's $14. You know, it's a beater knife. Who cares? There's the flash one I was talking about. Just for size comparison, this is 1.4 ounces, 1.6 ounces. Os 8. I polished that out with some flits years ago. Excellent. I actually like the knife a lot. It's highly recommended for the price. Not a lot of competitive options we're going to show you in this video.
Yeah.
Are we? Oh, here's a Kershaw.
It's a small market at that point.
This is the 1888 Dash. I think it's been discontinued, and this was actually a pretty excellent knife. Made in the USA. What date do I have on that? 16. So this is when I reviewed this one, the Dash. I don't think anyone cared about this knife, and so it didn't survive. I wonder if that pocket clip looks about the same.
I bet you it
It's
is.
the same clip, dude. Just different finishing on it. Little bit smaller. No, it's the exact same clip, it looks like. I love the clip on the Dash. I like it on the Shuffle. Highly recommended. Would you buy it? Tactical Doodle.
Yeah, I already put one in my shopping cart.
He's not messing around. He's actually shopping while I'm making this video. So go out and buy one. Check it out. Say and comment if you guys like it. Give it a hard use. Maybe if you're a tradesman or something, thump on that sucker.
Yeah.
See how it is. See how it sharpens up. One thing I didn't mention is we do have a little bit of a complex geometry on the 8CR13 MOV drop point blade, which is pretty stubby. So sharpening it on a consistent angle sharpener might be a little bit of a challenge because there's really no easy way to take those thumb studs off. But for when I see them, TMPers aren't sharpening their knives anyhow.
Yeah, not too much.
Over and out. See ya.